Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our final day of the inaugural Aspen Ideas Climate. It has been quite a week. My name is Nikki DeVignes, and I lead the Future Leaders Climate Initiative for the Aspen Institute Energy and Environment Program. I wanted to start this morning by sharing an excerpt from the letter that Pope Francis shared with us in anticipation of Aspen Idea Climate. He writes, "It is my hope that this gathering will foster a deepened commitment of all, especially young people, to a responsible simplicity of life, concern for the needs of the poor, and grateful contemplation of God's gift of creation. Trusting that discussions will contribute to the development of effective responses to the climate crisis, and thus enhance the care and protection of our common. I send prayerful good wishes for the event." I think Pope Francis would love to hear the story of the Future Leaders program at the Aspen Institute. 3 years ago, we began the conversation around what our program would do to cultivate and support the youth-led climate movement. So we launched the Future Leaders Climate Initiative with the goal of empowering emerging voices of those 18 to 30 years old who have shaped and will continue to shape climate conversations and the immediate action that is needed going forward. The summit, in which we hosted in person for the first time this year, is a signature program of the initiative, and it is designed to give future leaders access to spaces and conversations that have traditionally excluded their voices. So who are these future leaders? They are immigrants and descendants from Bolivia, Nigeria, Egypt, Bangladesh, and the Iwane Band of Miwok Indians, to name a few. They reside in San Francisco, Boston, Madison, Louisville, and right here in Miami Beach. They are startup funders of the first blue tech venture studio in the United States, empowering entrepreneurs driving regenerative ocean and climate impact. They are leaders of nonprofits that are restoring homelands to the hands of indigenous people and traditional stewardship practices to the land. They are champions of energy justice and diversity, equity, and inclusion, working to ensure that everyone has access to learn affordable and dependable energy. They are students, policy analysts, researchers, graphic designers, creative strategists, and storytellers. They are your children, your colleagues, your friends, and your neighbors. Our future leaders are as diverse as the solutions that are needed to solve the climate crisis. Over the last week, they have spent time attending not only future leader-specific sessions, but also attending Aspen Idea climate sessions, learning, asking questions, and definitely challenging ideas. They've spent the week engaging in dialogue and learning from each other, but I would be remiss if I did not share what I have learned, what they need from you and me as we leave here today. There were many lessons, but I will only share just 3 with you. They need our support and buy-in. As experts, community thought leaders, and executives, they need us to acknowledge the power and influence that we currently have to advance action on climate solutions and to not just pass the baton to the next generation. Everyone has to be at the table right now, and we cannot wait for someone else to solve the crisis. They need to be empowered to implement their ideas. This generation of young people are passionate about climate action. Climate change is a priority issue for them, and they need us to take their ideas seriously. The health of our planet depends on it. And lastly, they need us to join them in uplifting the voices of those who get left out of the conversation all too soon. Climate change touches all of us, but some are suffering more than others. Marginalized voices don't just need to be heard, they need to be leading the conversations about climate solutions. Before I tell you about the upcoming program, please keep an eye out for an attendee survey that will be going out as soon as the event concludes. Your feedback is truly appreciated by our team. And now, the lineup for our final plenary. A recent X Prize winner and a local leader in the arts make waves across art and science, promoting a thriving ocean in the process. Jennifer Merli from Mastercard shares how a new carbon calculator can help consumers make purchases aligned with their values. Starwood's CEO Barry Sternlicht tells us how trends in hospitality are changing by shining a light on the one hotel here in Miami Beach. And finally, Emilio Estefan joins the City of Miami Beach and the Aspen Institute leadership to share parting thoughts in the final conversation of Aspen Ideas Climate.